this video, I will be talking about the most important breakout we're currently experiencing on all markets, and I will be talking exactly about what this currently means for the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market, and much more will be getting discussed because currently Bitcoin is breaking out on the Bullish bands, and I will be talking about what this means for Bitcoin, and of course the 104-day downtrend also got broken, and much more things are currently happening in the background. So make sure to watch this video till the end. Slap up that like button right now on today's video. Yesterday we were about to reach 600 likes. Can we smash it up to 600 likes on today's update video? Smash up the like button and let's jump straight away in towards the content, and let's start off with discussing Bitcoin on the imminent short term. And we can clearly see, and of course, like we yesterday discussed, Bitcoin broke above the range high, and currently we are looking for higher targets. Of course, straight away I'm going to go in towards the most important thing I want to be saying here, and that is the VPVR. Currently, if we're looking at the Bitcoin chart, we can clearly see we had this consolidation phase here in May and the beginning of June, and you can clearly see this was of course a high volume range here, but the moment we fell below the support, we fell down very quickly, and like you can see, that resulted in a low volume profile range. And if we are going to be zooming out, let's say to the daily time frame, and we're going to zoom out to the Bitcoin price section, we can clearly see this level where Bitcoin of course fell down very quickly from is already from history a very low volume range here, because the only real times Bitcoin has really traded between the 22,000 and 28,000 US dollars was at the beginning of the bull market, and of course on this crash right here. So zooming back in here, we do know, since there is not a lot of volume traded around this range here, is that Bitcoin can also surge back up towards that 28,000 US dollars target once again very quickly, because there is probably not going to be a lot of resistance between the 23,000 US dollars and the 28,000 US dollars. So after seeing this break above this 23k level, I'm personally expecting that Bitcoin could be of course seeing that move back up getting made very quickly. And of course, saying very quickly, I'm not saying that we can't come down here before coming up again, but it is more likely to of course see a significant sharp move back up towards that 28,000 US dollar target. So yeah, Bitcoin is indeed looking quite bullish right here, and let's see how it is going to be playing out furthermore. Of course, looking really at the Bollinger Bands, we can also see that the Bollinger Bands of course had this consolidation phase here in the market, and after seeing this consolidation phase right here back in June, we saw a sharp movement down. Basically what it was telling us, okay, there's going to be a high amount of volatility coming anytime soon, and once again we talked about it 2 weeks ago, and like you can see, Bitcoin was consolidating, it was preparing itself for a large move, and currently it is making a move, and it looks to be that it is breaking towards the upside. So do expect we are going to see more sharp moves towards higher levels rather than lower levels in this case. Furthermore, 12-hour time frame triple bottom, I've talked already about this enough here. Of course, price target of this pattern right now is sitting around to 25,000 US dollars, and that is from the current point of recording another 3.5% up here before reaching its price target. Furthermore, if we're going to look at the S&P 500, we can currently see S&P 500 formed this falling wedge pattern on the market, and like you can see, every single time previous support flips into resistance and we move down, previous support flipped in resistance, move down. Here as well, support flipped into resistance, move down, but now we're closing above the previous resistance, and probably we're going to test the support again. And on top of that, we can clearly see this downward sloping resistance line right here got us rejected several times in a row. Currently we broke above it, and of course if we're already zooming out, we can see, okay, we're forming a falling wedge, and a falling wedge is more kind of a typical bullish bias reversal pattern. And for the S&P 500, we also do think that we found a short-term bottom, because if we're going to look at the oil prices, we can clearly see the peak of the oil prices was here in June, and currently in the whole month of July already, the oil prices has been dropping significantly, what probably means that peak inflation was indeed in June, and that July is going to be a little bit less high in terms of inflation, and that could be making the investors once again a little bit more bullish. So I do think for this month, for July and August, we did find a short-term bottom, and we could see a rally for the coming 1.5 months in this market before potentially once again falling over and continuing the way further down here. But I don't really expect there's going to be another significant massive correction from off this point onwards. So yeah, that is of course a very bullish thing here, because we do know that the S&P 500 and Bitcoin are highly correlated with each other. If they move up together. If they fall together as well. So this is definitely very bullish news for the cryptocurrency market. Furthermore, we can see clearly the daily time frame. I talked about this several times before. This consolidation phase, we broke bullish, and further right now we are seeing a further continuation towards the upside. For me, I will be definitely taking some profits off the table on 25,000 US dollars, because that was basically the capitulation wick we formed here back in the beginning of May 2022. Furthermore, we can see, of course, and I also already talked about this, the 104-day downtrend got broken above here. Like you can see, this downtrend has been trading AR for over 100 days. We broke this downtrend, and currently we can definitely look for some more green days ahead of ourselves after breaking this downtrend. And you can right away see, after we confirmed the breakout of the downtrend, we right away saw two straight basically green days in a row, and that is of course a very good thing to know here. Do know, in fact, if I'm going to remove all the drawings and look at this chart, Bitcoin may has been rallying over the last days here, but like you can see, we are still clearly trading in a larger time downtrend. And just like we were rallying over here, we were also still trading in a larger time frame downtrend. So please, yes, we are seeing a little bit of a rally right here, but there are still some bearish developments on the market as well, and that is why I am not necessarily going all in right now. But if we're looking at the market right here, we can clearly see price action forming a lower high on the price chart, and at the same time, while we are forming a lower high, we can see that the RSI is forming a higher high. So we're forming a clear hidden bearish divergence. So please don't start to be buying Bitcoin out of nowhere, going all in from here on. Yes, I do think that DCAing in this market is still the best strategy to go with, but I don't necessarily think that this has to be, of course, the massive reversal. It could maybe take a little bit longer. However, like I told you, the S&P 500, I think there's a short-term bottom currently got found, so Bitcoin is most likely going to be increased in valuation in the coming days and weeks ahead of ourselves. But please be very careful. I'm going to use the same strategy like I was doing 2 weeks ago, and that is just dollar cost average with the same amount in towards the market every single day. Furthermore, we can see right now the 200 weekly moving average, this red line right here, was of course very critical resistance. Yesterday we got rejected by it, but currently we're trading above the 200 weekly moving average. And like I told you several times before on the channel, always once we're trading below the 200 weekly moving average, it's a good buy price. And like you can see, we've been trading below it for 37 days here. And if you're looking at the weekly time frame, we can clearly see right here, always once we're trading below the 200 weekly moving average, just like here in 2015, just like here in 2020, and just like here once again in July and June 2022, it has been proving itself that buying below the 200 weekly moving average is one of the most best ranges to be accumulating your cryptos at. And look as well on the 2000 daily moving average, how perfectly it has been providing support. I have been talking about this moving average for quite a while on the channel already, and I personally think, yes, on the larger time frame, it is not a bad buying range for Bitcoin, because yeah, also looking at the RSI, we do know we were significantly oversold, and we've never been so long oversold on the Bitcoin price action on the weekly time frame in this case. And that is why I do think it's a good buy price for Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin finally creating that relief on the market. It is trying to be breaking back above that 200 weekly moving average. Of course, on the weekly time frame, we still have to confirm it. But as soon as we do come back above the 200 weekly moving average, we have historically never came below it once again for at least the coming, let's see, 800 days ahead of ourselves. So let's see how it's going to be playing out this time. And of course, just like last time around here, while we were of course breaking above the 200 weekly moving average, we tend to see of course a significant rally getting followed afterwards. So let's see what is going to be happening if we're once again going to create a similar rally like we did here back in the pandemic low on the market. So yeah, I still think that accumulating Bitcoin right here is not bad, but please make sure to use a DCA strategy. And of course, if you want to be trading as well this market, check out the links in the description. I trade of course a lot on Bybit, but if you're in the US, make sure to check out BitGet in the link description. It's the most US friendly exchange here. You don't need a VPN, you don't need KYC, and you can withdraw over 30 Bitcoins every single day from off that exchange. So make sure to check out BitGet in the link in the description. But furthermore, looking at Bitcoin, we can clearly see, okay, right now as well on that weekly time frame, we are forming still that falling wedge pattern on Bitcoin, right? So I've told you several times before, and once again, guys, don't say I've not warned you, buying around this lower range of support is the place to be accumulating your Bitcoins at here. This level right here, every single time we touch it, it's a good range of accumulation. So yeah, if you did accumulate your Bitcoins on this level right here, congratulations, you did an absolutely amazing job, and Bitcoin is currently bouncing from it. So still, the most important resistance to look at is going to be here on the top side, and I will keep you guys exactly up to date about when we're going to be breaking it, what will mean if we do break it. So make sure to subscribe to the channel right now if you want to be staying up to date exactly about this downward slope and resistance line, and basically this larger time frame pattern on Bitcoin, the large big move we have been waiting for. So guys, anyways, thank you so much for watching towards this amazing new video. Subscribe to the channel if you do like the daily content, and of course, if you want to learn how to copy trade, check out the video that's currently popping up above, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, goodbye.